Hello guys and welcome to a brand new episode of RimWorld. We are no longer doing the Limestone Cowboys because we have actually upgraded versions. We are now on version 0.17 and they have added so much new content. And the problem is, I've noticed, I tried to load up Limestone Cowboys and it says the game was saved in a different version because it's updated. Loading the save may cause bugs and crashes. Now the problem with that is, because I have it on permanent def, I can't really afford for the game to crash on me because it'll kind of ruin the whole immersion, the whole survivor type thing that we're trying to do here with the Let's Play. So, I think instead it's going to make a lot more sense if we just start a fresh save or a fresh colony using the new version. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So, we're going to do the same as before. We're going to do Crash Landed. We're going to pick Cassandra Classic. Just to go over these again, Phoebe Chillax is kind of a more softcore version of the game, whereas everything still happens as it usually would, but it happens a lot slower, so you get more time to, build your colony, you've got more time to gather resources, and it makes the game a little bit easier because these random events will happen less likely. Cassandra Classic is what we played on last time and is what we're going to play on this time, which is kind of just the steady increasing curve of challenge depending on how much resources you've got, how many survivors you've got, and basically how well off you are, and it'll kind of balance the difficulty, depending on how well you're doing. And then you've got Randy Random, he'll just kind of do whatever whenever he wants. So, Cassandra Classic, we'll do Wolf. Permadeath mode, we are going to pick a random seed, I don't particularly care. I'm going to set globe coverage to 100. Now, do I need to set globe coverage to 100? Not really. I very much doubt, unless we're planning to do 2,000 parts, I very much doubt we're looking to circle the globe anytime soon. But I like to have it like that anyway, because you never know when secret caches and stuff turn up. Yes, that is something they've added. You can get secret caches now that you can travel to and kind of pick up all the stuff that's been left behind. But, way ahead of myself. So, while that's generating, I'm going to jump cut right here. Now, obviously, I need to create 3 new people. I'm not going to spend the next, 15 minutes just randomly scrolling through the randomised people until I can find people I like. So, I'm going to jump cut here, and I'm going to show you the survivors we've gone for. Okay, be right back. Okay, and we are back. I've managed to pick 3 characters that I feel are decent and kind of well-rounded. We are going to start here with Valerie Valor Carter. Now, he's a male, and he's called Valerie, which, that's, if he wants to be called Valerie, that's on him. So, let's have a little look at his stats here. He's a strong shooter, and the reason why I feel like that's important is in the early game, you need to be able to deal with having a number disadvantage, so I feel like 12 shooter, as well as having the careful shooter trait, like aiming time, takes a little bit longer, but his shooting accuracy is a lot better, and I feel like, even if it takes longer for him to aim, give him the rifle, he's going to be far away anyway, that's not particularly going to matter. He is abrasive, which means he's going to start rub people the wrong way a little bit, which means I think at first he takes a small penalty when he talks to people, but he does have one of the other people as his sister, so that's already a straight away a buff there. And as for the rest of the stats, they're all kind of just well-rounded. He hasn't got any particular passions, but his construction's decent, which, construction's something that's always going to be needed, so I'm happy with that. He can't do intellectual, and neither can Sarah, but that's why I have Gumpy for, and I'll get around to that. So, I've got him. I have Sarah. If you can tell me in the comments, what is that? Is that Sarah or Sour? I'm going to go with Sour for now. Sour Mars, female colonist, age 45, 966 chronological, which she's been in cryo sleep for a very long time. Now, the reason why she's so good is she's got so many burning passions. 9 shooting. She's got a burning passion for medicine that is going to go up so much. That is going to be so important. Cooking's decent, growing's decent, crafting's decent, construction is okay, she can do it, so do you know what, that's good enough for me. And more importantly, she's got 3 positive traits. She's kind, so she'll instantly have a positive reaction with whoever she talks to. She's a hard worker, which means global work speed plus 20%. The quicker you can get stuff done, the better, right, so that's a plus. Plus, teetotaler, she doesn't use any drugs, there'll be no smoke weeds, no hops, no flake, no drugs or anything like that, which can be a positive and a negative. Sometimes in fights it's good to buff the stats up a bit using drugs and stuff, but for the meantime it means, there won't be going on any binges or anything like that, which is always a plus. And the last person, who I think is a bit interesting, is another lady called Anna Gumpy Wood. She's 58, 554 chronological. She's also incapable of none, but what I find is so good about her is, we made a mistake in the last Let's Play. We didn't have somebody who was decent at researching. Gumpy is, and we need that to kind of progress. So, I felt like that was decent. 6 growing is decent. We need 8 to be able to do heal root. However, one of the updates with 0.17 is that you can actually get heal root from the ground now. and harvest it like you would when you get the berry bushes. So I feel like getting 8 glowing straight away isn't as big of a deal as it was before. Animals, decent. Socials, decent. Melee is fine, because we do need somebody for melee, at least at the start. Teetotaler, again, like Sour. She is a nudist, which doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I think that's kind of a plus, because I can get rid of all her clothing when we get a new person. We've instantly got clothing for them, so that's going to be a mood buff straight away for both of them. So, I'm happy with these. Comparing them to the last Let's Plays, Dawn had 20 melee, and her stats were ridiculous. But saying that, with the exception of Old Dawn, I think these are all on point, so I'm relatively happy with these. So I suggest we get started. So the first thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and start a. The three of you awake and you acquire a ship sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and whipping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld as pieces of the star shredded. You start making plans to survive. Alright, cool. So, right, they're out. We need to find somewhere to hold up, and there's a little area straight away there, so I'm happy we're doing that. So, we need to get a stockpile area. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. I need to get you guys your weapons. Gumpy, you need the knife. Valor, you need the rifle because you've got steady aim, and Sour, you get the pistol. Okay, so now it's just going to be a case of getting you guys to haul everything over to the base. Is that gold? That is going to be kind of useful, depending on how many trade deals we can get going on early. That'll make sure that it's nice and comfortable in the early game. If we get around to getting it mined, I assume we will. I don't know what our mining stats are like. I think some of them's okay. I think at least one of them is on 5 for mining. 4. It's decent. 0, 4. Yeah, I see 4 is not bad. I can live with that. So we'll soon be able to get this stuff mined, I think. Valor is having a bad time. So I'm just looking around to see if there's any nearby extra little bits of steel or wood that I need to go ahead and look out for. So if I look on the ground here, if I look around long enough, I should be able to find... There we are. So there you've got wild heal group there that's growing. That one's ready to harvest now, so instantly we're getting, you know, medicine. Now heal root isn't fantastic medicine, it's the worst you can get, but it's still medicine, right? So I'll take it. It does make the early game a little bit easier, I think, which I almost prefer. I've lost a lot of colonists very early in the game because I haven't managed to deal with these like early game crisis like areas. As for the area, I kind of like this square area here. If I can wall this off, maybe like start here, wall there, wall up there, and use this little cross bit here as like the entrance. Because I think like this is a decent enough area here that I can just like put sandbags over this, try to get like a security perimeter around there, and then we've got enough space to make our hospitals, our prison areas, our living quarters, whatever you need to do. So I am perfectly fine with that. Now usually I don't like starting with a wooden building, but I'm starting to understand the perks of building at least some shelter nice and early, and not have to like worry about making a stonecutter's table first. So I'm going to commit to doing that. Because at least then if I make a little wooden thing, it's going to give me enough time to just make a stonecutter's table out here anyway. I'm also going to start chopping some wood down if I'm going to commit to straight away making a wooden hut. How are you guys getting on with hauling this? Yeah, you're nearly done, that's fine. Oh, I'll take those two. Okay. So you guys should just start cracking on with that. Sour's already assigned us off the plan cutting, which is good. They're not going to be the best quality because nobody's construction is particularly excellent, but do you know what? A bed's a bed. We'll take it. Is anybody else assigned to construction? Sour, can you also construct? Just to make sure this gets built in time before it gets dark. Cut, 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 cut. One more. Good. Alright, we did that in double time. I'm happy with that. So, what type of brick are we going to use? What is this? Limestone. Well, we can't be the limestone cowboys again, but I will use limestone just because it's the most available thing. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to call this group. If you guys come up with an idea of what we can name these people, then give us a name, and I'll put that down as our, like, what we're going to refer to it for the Let's Play here. I am also going to finish making this off, so it's at least under a roof. Alright, they're going to sleep. We have a dog called Yasuki, who's a Labrador, so we need some cotton to make a proper bed for him. I'm probably going to engage in making growing areas as quickly as I can. Because, yeah, we can do berry bushes and stuff like that, but sometimes it sneaks up on you, and I'd rather, you know, we had at least some kind of food production coming in as quickly as possible. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So Valor, once you're done with that, I want you to start making some limestone. We can start building a small perimeter around here and we can see where it goes from there. And basically I just want to get the basics done today. I'm not even that asked if I actually finish making like this wall, because it's going to take quite a lot of limestone to do. So I just want to get the basics down, which we've pretty much done here. I also want to get down probably a little prison area, if I can. Which I'm probably just going to put here, I think. It's not going to be a particularly big prison area. Mainly because I don't intend on having that many prisoners. Whoops. But once we've done that, this is kind of the introductory episode that we can go ahead and I think 4 is more than enough, I think, for the amount of prisoners we're going to be taking. At least for the early game. We can expand it if we need to, but for the time being, I think we're going to be okay. What's Gumpy's crafting for? It's good enough. Oh, Gumpy, you're actually a nudist, aren't you? So, can you drop all those? Yes. Only beds in enclosed spaces. I need to wait for them to finish building. Yeah, she's got a massive mood buff now because she's not wearing any clothes. Happily nude. Alright, cool. Eh? I thought I told you to... Oi! No clothes. Where are you? Oh, there you are. You'll wear clothes if you need to wear clothes, like if it becomes like the winter or something like that, but at least for the time being, I'm relatively happy with you just being like that. It gives you a good mood buff, and I think that's just a better way to go about doing things. So I want you guys to finish off this prison. Little prison area. We also need a little medical area as well if we can, which I'm going to try to do by the end of this episode. If I also build a little building down here, that makes a nice little walled off area down here, so that's a good start. Then we just block this area off, maybe this area too. I don't know, I think that might be the security perimeter area, so this is probably where we're going to get in and out of. But we'll see what happens first. Alright, so that's thingied off, so that can be our prison now. A chunk of spacecraft has fallen. Quite a lot of pieces of spacecraft has fallen. I assume this is just going to be steel and components, but... Do you know what? That's fine. I'll do it. Let's have a look, see what it is. Yep. Components, I think, are always a decent thing to get, so and kind of live with this. Somebody told me you can actually like aliens, like ciphers and stuff. Do you remember that cipher we saw in the last Let's Play that killed someone in one hit? No, it didn't. It crippled someone in one hit. It like hit them in their spine, and their spine just like shattered. Apparently, they can spawn from the space chunks. So I'm debating whether they're worth doing. But at least for now, we'll kind of just go with it and see what happens as far as whether we decide to be doing many of them. Visitors. Who's visiting? A group from Southern Eastern Confederation are visiting the colony. They seem to have a few items to trade. Okay, that is fine. I'm going to slow down time for a second because I didn't actually show you our world and where we have been located. So I've decided to locate here. It's on a river. One of the parts of the update is we now have river systems and trade routes, which is really going to be useful because there's quite a lot of civilizations on this trade route. We have a negative colony here that we'll try to attack if we go anywhere near them, the Unrest Society. However, we do have a positive colony over here called the Purple Cower, which there's the Unrest Society. These are just Outlanders, unions, tribes. The Panther Men, which I assume are around here somewhere. Yeah, them. And this is just a small settlement of people, I assume. But hey, if we can trade with them, I'll take it. So I need guys to crack on with that. We've got plenty of meals for the time being, so there's no particular rush as far as worrying about food. Right, who is good at trading? Because we do need to introduce ourselves to our neighbours here. Valor, you are on 318. Right, Gumpy, go see what they've got to sell. I don't mind if I even sell, like, all. Sell. I mean, if I buy all the stuff and use all my gold here, because obviously we've got a gold resource right nearby. So that's going to be a plus. There's not a whole lot I particularly need, though. I'll take medicine. Medicine's always a plus. Do I want the smoke pot belt? So, this is a new item that came with 0.17. Basically, it's a defensive smoke screen which releases when you activate it, which provides like a line of sight cover and prevents turrets from locking on. That's good, say, if you're dealing with snipers and people like that. It's a good way to just get out of any danger if you're like in that like path, I guess. So that's good for melee people and stuff like that. I think I'll take it and put it on. Yeah, I'm going to take it and put it on Gumpy, I think. Gumpy, wear that. Thank you. Now, I don't know if it's a one-use thing. I've got a sneaking suspicion it might be, so for the time being, I'm not going to use it. Just on the off chance to use it once and it disappears, because otherwise that wouldn't be a great spend of 400 gold, so. Visitors from a leaving, that's fine. What are they called? The Southern Eastern Federation. They're concerned with practical matters, trade, trust, and stuff. Alright, cool. I think we'll try to be friends with these if we can, but again, this is something we'll worry about later. Sarah thinks you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? Since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Sarah also thinks that you should give this community a name. What should this local community be called? Okay guys, well that seems like a good time as any to end it there. I want you guys to put in the comment section what you think I should name this faction, and what the community should be called. Let me know if there's anything you want me to do. Maybe if a new survivor comes in you want me to change their name to maybe somebody from the old Let's Play, or maybe you just want a name that you'd like to add to the game. Let me know, we can certainly do that. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching guys.